Nick Davey is the Albany Dutchmen head coach. The AllStar Game is coming up Wednesday at Belizzi Field, and Nick joins us here for a few minutes on Big Board Sports. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
How you doing, Rod? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. How about a quick overview of the Albany Dutchmen season so far?
As of right now, we're 20-18. We're in a little bit of a break here. With the All-Star break, we had 5 out of the last 7 days off. We don't play again until Friday, but kind of gives us a good little breather, little stretch run. We'll have 11 left as of Friday, and we kind of hold our own destiny. We got a chance to do a couple things. One, have the best record we've had in the regular season as an organization. Two, be able to the chance of hosting a home playoff game with the number 2 seed. We're only a game out of second. So, the next 11 are important. We're looking forward to the challenge of it and hopefully, get hot and have a chance to win a PGCBL title here.
Nick, what's it mean to have the All-Star Game in Albany at Belizzi Field? And obviously we hope that by you coming here and spreading the good word, you get a nice crowd out there on Wednesday. The weather's supposed to be absolutely picture perfect today and tomorrow. Later in the week, it's going to be hot and muggy, but you got a good night for a game. What's it mean to host the All-Star Game?
I think it's a great opportunity for our organization. 7 years in, I think we've now reached to the point as an organization where we feel that we have a good enough fan base, good enough support where in the Capital District where we can host an event like this. We're going to have, there's going to be events all day long through the game. Jason Brinkman and his staff of interns and our ownership has really done a good job of, working hard to put this event, up for our fans, up for the Capital District. Hopefully, hopefully we're expecting our biggest crowd of the year, probably one of the biggest crowds we've ever had on Wednesday.
Hey, Nick, Brady here. As you said, expecting a huge crowd from a fan perspective, but you know as well as I do, both you and I are just diehard baseball guys. I want to know what kind of scout presence are we going to have in the stands for some of these top prospects in the Perfect Game League?
We've had confirmation from every major league team out there, probably some cross checkers as well throughout the league. But yeah, we're expecting there should be every team represented. We start off tomorrow at 1:30 with a scout day for them, and then I'm sure they'll all be sticking around to see the pitchers who won't work out pregame. But it's going to be a special day. It's not only for the Dutchmen but for the league as well. There's some really, really quality kids in our league this year, especially pitchers. So, I'm just looking. It's going to be a great game. We have 4 pitchers represented, 6 players total, and I really think it's probably going to be one of the PGCBL's best represented All-Star games.
Coach, you've had some tremendous players come through the Dutchmen program, and Zach Remillard is one of them, and he wins the College Baseball World Series with Coastal Carolina. How big is that for your program and for the Capital Region as a whole to have been able to coach and showcase back in the day Zach Remillard, and then obviously he's gone on to do some big things here?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, he's a great kid. He worked harder than probably any kid I've ever coached or been around. So for him, he's well deserving of the, honor to win a national championship. Is a great, we actually got in an argument, me and the players the other day, when this kind of whole thing was going down. We said, what would you rather win, a national title at the college level or a major league championship? And for the most part, they all said they'd rather win that national title at the college level because it's an only, once in a lifetime thing. And I kind of agreed with them. So, but Zach, if you talked to Zach last year, he felt that team had the opportunity to do that. And, as we got to see Coastal, play more and more, you could really see what a team they were, how close they were, how hard they played with each other. But a lot of people don't realize that the spark plug for that team was Anthony Marks, who also played with us 3 years ago. We had Anthony here in Albany for a summer, and God, what a talent he was too. Everything that we saw on TV from Anthony, and how energetic he was every night, and he was another all-star for us. So to be able to watch those two guys go through the run that they had was just amazing. We couldn't thank them enough for what they did for us, and then to watch them be able to win a championship was just great.
Nick, a lot of these programs that go deep into the College World Series or deep into the NCAA tournament will send their redshirted players or their players that haven't gotten a lot of time. They'll send them to summer ball so they can get their work. And you actually had a couple players on your roster right now who are from Coastal Carolina but were not traveling with the team during that run. What was that like for those players, knowing that it's great that they were getting their chance to play this summer, but they weren't with their team in Omaha?
Yeah, one of them, Kyle Skills was a redshirt freshman catcher, and we had Jared Gold as a redshirt freshman pitcher. Kyle stayed with them through the regional because he was a catcher, so he caught some bullpens for them. And actually, if they hosted the super regional, he was going to stay with them as well. But I think he got some experience. Obviously, they were probably disappointed that they weren't with the team, but. It's a progression. It's a process. They know that there's guys ahead of them, and they were sent here to get their work in, and both are working hard. There's definitely some ways to go there in the progression for both of them, but there's no doubt that I could see them in 2 or 3 years in the same situation that Zach and Anthony Marks are right now. Returning to Omaha.
The Perfect Baseball League All-Star Game is Wednesday. Get out and support that at Belizzi Field. We'll have the cameras rolling for sure on Wednesday. Nick Davey is the head coach, 20-18 this season, and hopefully a big second half coming up. You have stated, Coach, that Ian Anderson was the best prep arm you have seen in this area. Were you surprised he went number 3 overall and off to obviously a really good start in the Atlanta Braves organization as he won his first start in the Gulf Coast League last week? How about some thoughts on Ian Anderson from Shenandoah?
One, congratulations to him and his brother, for both. It's such an honor to get drafted out of high school. But was I surprised? I don't think I was. I think he found an organization that happened to be higher up in the draft that really liked him, that, was willing to, develop him, was willing to, invest in him and, stick with him through the little bit of an injury that he had at the beginning of the year. And, and I think he's in a great organization. I think he's going to do very well for himself. And, I stand by that comment that I made. I do think he's the best high school pitcher that I've seen in this area, he'll be a big leaguer probably sooner than later.
Nick, 2 things, and we'll let you go. What are the keys for a big second half here with what's left? A few games. Well, you said 11 games to go once you're done with the All-Star break. And then how much has Matt Fry helped you from an assistant coach? He's my boy from All-Stars Academy and teaches Brady to swing the bat as well as he does, my 9-year-old. So how much has Matt meant to your coaching staff?
Well, Matt's on with us as a volunteer this year. I couldn't steal him away from All-Stars as much as I wanted to. He's a valuable commodity for them over there as much as he would have been for me full season. But, he's, for what he's done for us on the limited part-time basis that he could be with us, he's done a great job. He's good with our guys. He opens up, and All-Stars opens up the facility to work with our guys off the field and off site, and I can't thank them enough for that. But Matty's a great hit mind. He's somebody that I had a chance to coach in high school and or college, and somebody that I respect that knows the art of hitting as well as he does. And as for our keys moving forward here after the All-Star game, I think we got to keep pitching it as well as we have. We lead the league in pitching right now, and we just need to get a couple more contributors offensively. On most nights, if we score 3, we win. Our bullpen has been phenomenal. We got to keep that strong, and hopefully here, our guys that are participating in the All-Star game coming up, they have a good time. They get back at it on Friday with us, and hopefully we'll be talking to you before we host a playoff game August 1st.
All right, Nick, listen, enjoy Wednesday night. Hope it's a big one. You get a great turnout at Belizzi Field. It's a great little ballpark to host, and congrats on the season so far. We'll talk to you down the road.
Thanks, guys.